Because the mitzvah says, if you have a four-cornered garment, you must have tzitzis. Which means if you wear a four-cornered garment and you don't have tzitzis on it, you've transgressed a mitzvah aseh. But you don't have to wear tzitzis. You don't have to wear a four-cornered garment, right? That's a mitzvah aseh. That's a positive commandment to wear tzitzis. And there's a law of a negative commandment that comes from it that you would say is a stretch. Okay? It's the same thing here. There's a mitzvah when a man to marry a woman and be intimate with her. From that we learn that you're not allowed to have a woman when you're not married to her and be intimate with her. You're not allowed to. So premarital sex is strictly forbidden according to that verse. Does that make sense to you now? Mm-hmm. Some of these things starting to sink in? So it's not that the rabbis said that premarital sex is no good. The Torah says premarital sex is strictly forbidden. Okay? Now, masturbation, they never said that masturbation is not okay. In
Talmud?
No, in the case of Onan. We're going to get to that. Well, let me do this whole thing. There's three things, and they really go together. Coitus interruptus, masturbation, premarital sex. Okay, premarital sex I just explained. Right? We're done with that one. Let's talk about coitus interruptus, masturbation. This is going to be fascinating. You're going to like this. This is all about sex. Okay, ratings are going to go right through the roof, right? You ready? Okay. The problem is coitus interruptus, right? Which is pulling out. Why is pulling out a problem?
Because you're imitating the ways of porn stars?
Unfortunately, there's no porn stars back there, but could be. That could have been it. No, coitus interruptus is a problem according to Torah. According, God wrote the Torah, right?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. Why is that? You're not going to get this very complicated piece of halacha here.
Okay, let me just give you a quickie before you get in. Much moral energy is given to he who abstains from flesh pleasure and uses his hands instead to talk about God. Go ahead.
Okay. Who said that?
Guess 7.
Oh, that's one of your friends?
No, I don't know who Guess 7 is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Honestly, you don't know?
Honestly, I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead, explain why coitus interruptus is forbidden.
Okay, this is really complicated. I'm going to need your entire attention on this.
Okay.
I'm going to need to get your entire attention. And boy, when I explain this whole thing out to me, you're going to want to you're going to delete everything from your stupid blog and you replace it with all of this.
Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready.
I'm ready.
How many fingers am I holding up right now?
0.
Alright, here's what's going on. You ready?
Yeah.
Coitus interruptus is forbidden by the Torah for one reason and one reason only. It's not because you waste seed, as some people want to think, which is wrong. It's because you're causing pain to the woman. What does that mean? It may not be a type of a pain that causes a bruise, a physical pain, like a bruise, right? Like if I hit you in the face, and Lord knows sometimes I want to,
I sense that.
I would leave a physical mark.
Yeah.
This is not something that's going to leave a physical mark. I'm already thinking ladies go, but what if you shoot on her in the face and you nail her in the glasses, right?
In the eyes without glasses. So her eyes burn. Right,
that would be a physical pain.
Yeah.
Okay? But let's say like you shot it, on the wall or something, right? That's not the shooting that's the problem. It's the pulling out. Okay? Why is pulling out a problem? Because she's really into it. Right? Now, this is going to get really sexual, so all the kids...
Not many of the women I've been with.
What? They're not into it what?
It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Everybody who's under 18 should leave the room now. Because
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Women, the Torah says that women... Once a guy goes inside a woman, they can't leave until they finish the job. Because it's too much... women don't want to be teased. But I mean, they really don't want to be teased. Once it goes inside of a woman, she's like into it, you know, and it's like it's too difficult for her. It'll cause her anguish, I guess is the word. It'll hurt her, not physically hurt her, but it'll hurt her emotionally or spiritually or whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Right? If you take away her buzz.
Yeah.
She hasn't come yet or whatever. It even says that if a guy rapes a woman, she might start off screaming, "Oh, get him off me, ow," you know, and and then the guys come in. Gamora talks about this. To remove the guy from her, and she will actually say, no, let him finish.
Yeah, it starts off, don't stop, and then it becomes, don't stop.
Yeah, you've probably been there. On date, some of your dates went like that.
Some of my date rates went like that.
Okay, so that's exactly what we're talking about. Because she can't help it. That's how God created women, that like once the guy starts, they don't want him out. Right? They can't have him out. So if he just pulls out, she's all bothered about it. That's why I'm sure you know about this from covering porn, that you're probably like, "Oh, just finish inside me."
Yeah.
Do they scream that?
No, they normally scream, "Pull out before you come so that I don't get pregnant." Well, they shorten it. They don't tend to be in a really long conversations. Like, make sure you pull out before you...
Oh, really?
They don't want to get pregnant.
So they're professionals.
No, they're not pros. Like, with a pro, I'd wear a condom.
Oh, okay. Well, alright.
These are semi-pros.
Okay.
They're like AA.
What am I saying here? Okay, so that's what the Torah says. It says that once the guy goes inside the woman, he's got to finish the job. He pulls out too soon. It's like it's hurting her, right? Yeah. Not physically hurt. It's not like a bruise hurt.
Yeah.
But it's like it'd be tantamount to, let's say you had a guy who was inside of a woman and he's really getting into it, right?
Yeah, but she stops before he can climax.
No. And someone like calls him on the phone and says, "You got to go.
Go to work right now.
You have to go to work right now," right? It's like it's bothering him.
Yeah.
That's not nice to him, right? Because like he's in the middle of. This is why I always laugh at parents, because I'm never going to be a parent. Because I'm sure they're like doing it. They finally get a chance to do it, and the kid like knocks on the bedroom door. You know, it's like, and they're like, I'm fucking your mom right now. You know what I mean? It's like, give me a break.
Well, they walk in and they go, "Daddy, what are you doing to Mommy?"
Yeah.
She's screaming. "Are you okay, Mommy?"
I thought I was the only one you spanked around here.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we saying here? So
that's the problem with coitus interruptus.
Yes.
It causes pain.
So the Torah says you're not allowed to cause pain in the woman, therefore you have to finish once you go inside, right?
But Leslie says, "I seriously don't care if he pulls out if I already came." So what if the woman's come like 4 times already?
She wants the thrill of,
squeezing him to a climax.
The climax. She wants him to climax inside of her and feel like all that, juice sperm entering into her womb.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, and that's like probably her biggest.
I've had a lot of women like scream, "Give me your juice sperm right into my womb." Mainly non-Jewish women.
Right. Okay. Right, because they want their kid to be a doctor. Or something.
Right.
And we see how that well worked with you, right? Okay, what am I saying? Okay, so that's coitus interruptus. Now,
masturbation.
No, one second. Before we finish that, coitus interruptus, this is a very important point I'm going to make right here. Coitus interruptus isn't just vaginal, as it turns out.
Right.
I think it's the Rambam talks about this, and he says once you start, you get inside any part of the woman, whether it's anal, right? Anal, we learned last week, is permitted, right? Because like the 2 ways the Torah talked about this, when the Torah talks about entering a woman, it's usually vaginal or anally, right? And they're both halakhically allowed. But the same thing applies anally. If you pull out before you climax anally, you're doing the same thing to the woman. So it's not really that the sperm didn't hit her.
Yeah. But a lot of women want you to pull out before you come in her mouth.
No, according to the Rambam, that it would cause her pain no matter
I wonder
where.
what kind of women he knew.
I don't know.
Because most of them like
Smarty
pull
women,
out
man.
before you.
I don't know. I just
in
know.
my mouth.
The Rambam
Like,
talks about this, and he says pulling out